Are bigger muscle car engines always better? We'll find out on today's episode of Muscle Car of the Week. This week, we're taking a look at a very sharp-looking 1969 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. This is a real deal Z28, complete with the 302 V8 engine under the hood and 4-speed. And this particular combination is pretty unique because it's in Dusk Blue, which was not an insanely popular color on these cars. And this one has a very crisp-looking black interior. I don't know how many they made in this combination with the white vinyl top, the black interior, and the white stripes, but it's certainly a unique looking Z28. And the Z28s are cool. It's not a super rare car. In 1969 they made 20,302 of these, and a lot of them still survive, but it's unusual to see them that are very complete and unmodified. The Z28 with that 302 has its lineage back to '67 and the SCCA Trans Am Racing Series. They had a ban on engines greater than 305 cubic inches. So Chevrolet came up with this 302, which is essentially a 327 with a different crank and pistons, and it's got other individual parts that make it the 302. What's interesting about this engine is it's only 302 cubic inches, but they rated it at 290 horsepower at, I think, 5,400 RPM. But because it's an over-square design, meaning the bore is bigger than the stroke, this engine had a tendency to be a very high-revving engine, and it made all of its power at the top end. So they say when you wound them up, to redline, these things made, I don't know, 350 horsepower or something like that. And when they raced them in Trans Am, in full race trim, they made well over 450 horsepower. So that's pretty impressive coming from a small 302 V8. The 302 had an 800 CFM carburetor on it, which gives you an indication of its free-breathing, higher RPM nature. That 800, it's a Holley carburetor. You would normally find that on big block cars of, 150 more cubic inches than that 302. It's got its own unique intake manifold. They came with cast iron exhaust manifolds, but you could get headers as an option from GM, but they didn't install them. You had to put them on yourself or have your dealer install them, and they came in the trunk of the car when it was delivered to the dealer. The Z28 package also had a more aggressive suspension system, much better brakes, power disc in front, and there was an option for a 4-wheel power disc brake setup on these cars because they were meant for road racing. Sway bars front and rear, and of course there was dual exhaust and a special appearance package which consisted of some Z28 badges here and there around the car, plus a stripe kit. And in this case, the stripes are white, which matches that white roof. The Z28s also had a 15x7 rally wheel with special caps, and most of the Camaros were made with 14-inch wheels, so that 15 is an indicator of the performance suspension. And another thing that's interesting about the Z28 is they all came with bumper guards, and you would think that, with the road race flair, they would try to make these things as light as possible with as few bolt-ons as they could be, but they still put bumper guards on them. But that's how you know that it's got a complete Z28 package if you see those on it. You'll find more pictures of this cool Dusk Blue Z28 on our website at Muscle Car of the Week. And we've got a YouTube channel. If you subscribe there, you'll never miss an episode of Muscle Car of the Week. And if you play on Facebook, we've got a page there where you can share all these cool cars with your muscle car loving friends.